students. Now we will study about moving charges and magnetic field. The first thing in this chapter is regarding magnetic field. The space surrounding a magnet in which another magnet or a magnetic substance experiences the force of attraction or repulsion is called its magnetic field. The space surrounding a magnet in which another magnetic substance experiences the force of attraction or repulsion is called its magnetic field. Clear? It's similar as electric field. Now, Oersted experiment. In this experiment, there is a small circuit diagram. AB is a wire, and this is your magnetic compass. It always points towards north and south. Now, it is seen that when we switch on the circuit, at present it's switch off, so no current is flowing, it is pointing towards north and south. Now when we switch on the circuit, it is seen that this magnetic compass shows deflection. On switching, when no current, it is pointing towards north and south. As soon as the switch is on, the current starts flowing, it is seen that this compass shows deflection. On changing the direction of current, and this current is flowing like this, suppose it is deflected this side. Now when we change the direction of current, again it shows deflection but in the opposite direction. When we switch it off, again it points north and south. When we increase the current, more deflection, less current, less deflection. So this is showing deflection as long as current is flowing. And a magnetic compass shows deflection means what? There is some presence of magnetic field. Done? No current, no deflection. More current, more deflection. So this experiment shows that moving charge makes magnetic field. Clear? What is the conclusion of the experiment? That moving charge makes magnetic field. Biot-Savart's law. Now with the help of Oersted experiment, it is that the flow of current, magnetic field is set up. It does not tell what is the strength of magnetic current, magnetic field, or what is the direction of magnetic field. Now this Biot-Savart law, it determines the magnitude and direction of magnetic field due to a current carrying wire, and according to this law, magnetic field dB, B is the symbol, B stands for magnetic field, dB means very small magnetic field, B stands for magnetic field, dB means very small magnetic field. Magnetic field dB due to a current element IDL. Now the product of current and length, it is called current element. It's called current element. Product of current and length is called current element. And important thing is, it is a vector quantity. Current element is a vector quantity and its direction is same as that of current. The product of current and length is called current element. It is a vector quantity and its direction is same as that of current. Again I am repeating, Biot-Savart law. According to Biot-Savart law, magnetic field dB due to a current element IDL at any point B. This is a current carrying wire, small length dl I have taken. Magnetic field due to current carrying wire at any point D, at any point B, whose position vector is R, this is position vector of this point D, is given by dB is proportional to IDL cross R upon R cube. We remove this sign, put a constant, it is mu naught upon 4 pi. dB is equal to mu naught upon 4 pi IDL cross R upon R cube. Value of mu naught upon 4 pi is 10 to the power minus 7 Newton per ampere square. And what is mu naught? It is permeability of free space. So this is your Biot-Savart law. Small magnetic field due to current element IDL is given by mu naught upon 4 pi IDL cross R upon R cube. Now what is A cross B? It is AB sin theta. This is the direction of IDL and this is R. If angle between them is theta, this becomes dB is equal to mu naught upon 4 pi IDL R sin theta upon R cube. Ideal cross R will be ideal R sin theta R upon R cube. When R cancels, this becomes dV is equal to mu naught upon 4 pi ideal sin theta upon R square. So this gives the magnitude of magnetic field due to current carrying wire. Now comes the direction part. So for direction, there is a right hand thumb rule. Take out your right hand. The thumb points to the direction of current. Suppose current is flowing this side. Take the right hand, thumb towards the direction of current, and we will open the palm, at which we have to find out magnetic field. So it is like this. In the direction in which the finger curls, now it is going inside. The direction of magnetic field is this side. Now see this example. If current is flowing upward, and we have to find magnetic field at this point, right thumb direction of current. I opened the palm here, and the direction in which the finger is curling down, this direction. So this is the direction of magnetic field. Suppose the point is this side, it is like this. Direction of magnetic field will be outside. So by right hand thumb rule, we find the direction of current. So in this example, current is upward. This side it is inside. Inside is denoted by cross. Cross means magnetic field is inside the whiteboard. If any point is this side, it will be like this, outward. Outward is denoted by a dot and a circle. Dot means outward, cross means inside. So with the help of this formula, we can find the magnitude, and by right hand thumb rule, we can find the direction of magnetic field. This is your Biot-Savart law. Magnetic field due to a long straight current carrying wire of finite size. Now we will see the derivation of magnetic field produced due to a long straight current carrying wire of finite size. Let EF is a long straight current carrying wire having current I. So because of this wire EF, we will be finding out magnetic field at point P by Biot-Savart law. Now, I have taken a small length dl. GH is a small length of length dl. By Biot-Savart's law, magnetic field due to a current element IDL at any point P is given by, we have seen in the lab that dB is equal to mu naught upon 4 pi I dl sin theta upon R square. This is R. This we have seen, this is a Biot-Savart law. Because of small length dl, magnetic field at any point P, which is the distance R, is given by this. Now from G, we drop a perpendicular on PH at I. From triangle GHI, GI is equal to dl sin theta. From triangle GHI, find out GI, this is dl sin theta. And from triangle IPG, as this length is very small, this angle will be very small. I have taken this as d phi. DL very small length, so this angle is very small, tending to 0. d phi. From triangle IPG, again find out GI. This is R sin d phi. Now for very small angle, sin theta becomes theta only. So this is R d phi. Thus, this is also GI. This is also GI. So we get DL sin theta is equal to R d phi. On putting this value in equation 1, in place of dl sin theta, we get dV is equal to mu naught upon 4 pi I R d phi upon R square. In place of dl sin theta, what I have done, I put the value of R d phi. R d phi upon R square. When R cancels, this is mu naught upon 4 pi I d phi upon R. So dV is equal to mu naught upon 4 pi I d phi upon R. Now if capital R is the perpendicular distance of this wire from this point P, capital R is the perpendicular distance of point P from this wire, then from triangle GPJ cos phi is equal to capital R upon small r, so small r is equal to capital R upon cos phi. Now putting this value in this equation, we get dV is equal to mu naught upon 4 pi I upon R cos phi d phi. So now this is a small magnetic field due to small current element dl. What do we want? We want total magnetic field. We will integrate it. Therefore, total magnetic field is equal to, now we want total, so I'm joining this, and this, and suppose this total angle is phi 2 I'm taking, and this angle is phi 1. This total is phi 2 and this total is phi 1. The total magnetic field mu naught upon 4 pi I upon r is constant taken out. Integration of cos phi d phi. Now you know it, when we take angle in the downward direction, it is taken as minus. The limit is from minus phi 1 to phi 2. Phi 1 angle and phi 2 angle. This is total magnetic field. B is equal to mu naught upon 4 pi I by r cos phi from minus phi 1 to phi 2. Now integration of cos phi, it is sin phi. Integration of cos phi is sin phi, limits minus phi 1 to phi 2. Now putting the values, limit mu naught upon 4 pi I by r, upper limit is phi 2, so sin phi 2 minus the lower limit sin minus phi 1. It's upper limit minus the lower limit. Now sin minus theta, you know it, it is minus sin theta. It becomes minus and plus. You get B is equal to mu naught upon 4 pi I by r sin phi 2 plus sin phi 1. Yeah? Now if the wire is of infinite length, then this angle phi 2 will be tending to 90 degree. In the same manner, this angle phi 1 will be tending to 90 degree. Putting this value for wire of infinite length, sin phi 2 becomes sin 90, sin phi 1 becomes sin 90. Now what is sin 90? 1. What is sin 90? 1. Putting the value, we get B is equal to mu naught upon 2 pi I by r. So this is the formula for magnetic field due to a current carrying wire of infinite length at a distance r from it. Next we have magnetic field at the center of a current carrying circular loop. So this is the current carrying circular loop, and let its radius be r and having current I. Because of this current carrying circular loop, we want to find magnetic field at its center. So first thing, let us find out the direction. Now current I am taking clockwise, taking out right hand thumb rule, thumb towards the direction of current and palm towards the point this. Then this is cutting inside. The magnetic field due to this clockwise current at center O will be inside this direction. The direction I have shown by cross. I have taken a small length dl here. Because of small length dl, magnetic field at center O, by Wyatt-Savart law, magnetic field due to a current element IDL at the center O is given by this formula. dB is equal to mu naught upon 4 pi I dl sin theta upon r square. This is a Wyatt-Savart law. Now, dl is along tangent and this position vector is along radius. The angle between dl and r is 90 degree. So this theta becomes 90 degree. So sin 90 means is equal to 1. This becomes dB is equal to mu naught upon 4 pi I dl upon r square. Theta 90 to sin 90 1. Okay. Now this is the small magnetic field due to small length dl. What we want? We want total magnetic field. We will integrate it. Therefore total magnetic field, integrating both sides, B is equal to mu naught upon 4 pi I upon r square is constant. So I am taking it out. Integration of dl. Now integration of dl is L. Length of this total loop. If radius is r, so what is total length? It is 2 pi r. Mu naught upon 4 pi I by r square. Integration of dl is L. Length is how much? 2 pi r. Okay. So thus we get the formula B is equal to mu naught I upon 2r. Okay. Now if there are n number of turns, so this is if there is one loop, very good, and there are n number of turns, the formula becomes B is equal to mu naught Ni upon 2r.